Good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk, where it is Analyze This Mess, D for Digging, because somebody has to say it. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. Go ahead, hit the like, email me at unwinewithteddy at gmail.com. I see something. So I'll say something. I see something. So I'll say something. Not for drama, but for the record. If what I suspect ends up on the court docket Monday, y'all heard it here first. I predicted it. I saw the signs. I logged the pattern. That's not paranoia. That's discernment. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Because tonight it's D for digging. You ever feel like that you get a gut instinct? Like someone's lurking, not just watching, but studying you, mimicking, preparing their next move based on yours. Because that's what digging is. It's not casual watching, it's deliberate, calculated. Is when someone is so threatened by your truth, they tunnel into your work trying to find a crack. But what they don't realize is while they're digging into me, they're leaving fingerprints. So as I continue to document it in real time, again, not for drama, but for the record. Oh, we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you what I suspect might be going on. Again, I said if. That is the operative word. If what I suspect ends up on the court docket on Monday. Y'all heard it here first. I predicted it. I see signs. I don't know, but I will explain. So grab a glass of wine and I'll be right back. Okay, as I mentioned, D for digging. What I suspect might be going on. Mhm. Right on cue, just days after I filed my 120-page response on June 4th, I suspect, based on what I see today, someone went on a viewing spree through Run Tell That 2. 12 videos back to back, all connected to D for Danielle. That's not a coincidence. That's someone scrambling to mount a last minute rebuttal before the court rules. But here's the problem for them: it's too late. The record is set, the evidence is already filed. And what they're doing now, it's just noise. So let me be clear. You don't get to trigger the court with theatrics after skipping deadlines and hiding behind aliases. This isn't tick-tock court. This is federal court. And the judge ordered service and jurisdiction resolved by me, not by YouTube edits, uploads after the fact. So, if someone is thinking that flooding my analytics would scare me off, they've misread the room. Sneakiness. I'll show you. What I mean, I remember you need to listen to every word that I say. And it's the operative in what I suspect might be going on. So, again, if something just so happens related to this, I'm going to show you something that's rather interesting today. This all occurred today between, hang on, I'll tell you the hours here in just a second. Hang on. All occurred today, beginning at between 9 a.m. and 10 this morning, and stopped at 7 o'clock tonight, and then nothing. Okay? This sudden, and let's look. right here. Let's pull this. And these are videos from September of last year. September and let's see, September into October. 12 videos. You can see just viewed down like click, 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 basically minutes apart. Maybe someone staying a little bit longer in videos as they were viewing or circling back. Not a coincidence. Same person, one, all the way up, following up. Okay. You're looking into my studio. Someone was digging on these videos. Okay. With the little, this is on Run Tell That too. Okay. It has this banner. Okay. All of them had that banner. They were all from, I said September. Will go and I'll tell you some of the titles. Let's take this off again. One, proof of fraudulent. That was a really important video, by the way. I think it was proof of fraudulent filing. Let's see what it was. Because that's a steal. So let's see what the name of that. Yes, proof of fraudulent copyright. Analyze this at Unwind with Teddy. It was that Whitney Jameson. Y'all remember that? In September of last year. Let's see. After it had been struck, then I had to take some time to fight it. You see that one up there? Yeah. So just in case, whoever was surfing, data mining, in case all of those end up in a response, then I've predicted it. I've shown you what's before you. So we won't be having to say if. Remember, I said it's the operative. But somebody was checking that out. Video from September the 20th, 22nd, 18, 26, 13, October 25th, 27, September 20, October 21st, 1927. 12 videos. The judge gave me the order. I think someone is already, some time ago put in an argument. And that's why I'm responding. I mean, just in case. I mean, just in case. So we can there it is on the screen in advance. You see, I'm being transparent. Yes, those are my videos. Mhm. And they have a lot in them. They do. And yes, there are countdown clocks inside of them too, because some of them are related. That would have been around the time when Kimmy, mhm, she had filed in August of last year. And remember when I was talking about her filing? Mhm. The same defendant has been named. Different cases, different judges, independent. Okay. Oh, by the way, somebody, I'll just say this since I mentioned Kimberly's case. Yes, D for Danielle decided she would finally respond. So I hear. Yeah. I can't tell her what to say. But that's kind of like 7 months later. Let's see. She filed August. By the time it got served, let's just call it September, October, November, December, January, March, April, May, June. Let's go with 8. And just now responding, but responded to me not with one, but we got 2. We got a Jane and a John. And then, well, they, you know, dropped that Jane name quickly and went to something else. And then it just evolved and, finally it's getting around to D for Danielle. It's gotten around to that. Mhm. But I just thought I would say that. And yeah, you can replay it. Mhm. Because if it's already been electronically filed, and today is what, Saturday? Because sometimes people work so fast. I could have waited until tomorrow. But they might have already responded. Already. So it'll show up on Monday morning. I don't know. But just in case, if I see those, I'm going to say, well, wow. Wow. And here they are. But somebody, if you look at Run Tell That Too, and I'm looking at my analytics, those videos had not been viewed since September. And October. And then suddenly a burst just today, notably, a couple of days or so after I filed a 120-page brief with exhibits. It's D for digging. Somebody's digging. I don't know who, but well, and since I'm on it, remember the so it wasn't last night, it was the night before. Yeah. When, someone stopped by and asked, I guess gave me an update or whatever. Well, let's see. 765. Remember I told you guys, look at June the 4th. Look at June the 4th. And I said, I know something. I see something, and I'm not really ready to talk about it. Not yet. The judge hasn't made a decision. And my focus is absolutely on that. That's the pivotal moment. This could be related to it because if it shows up, then it will tell me something. Okay. But on June the 4th, right before I filed my brief, somebody else filed a brief on the same day. Yes. No. Not Jane, but John. Oh, I won't get into it just yet. But John had a deadline, and he was supposed to get in his corrected brief. And his deadline was the 3rd of June. John, why'd you wait to my deadline to file? Yes, I can talk to John. Yes, and you can play this to the judge because, John, you were late. You filed late, John. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Right now. And well, wait a minute, guys. I was thinking about it. And so when this person comes in, my jet, and I'm like, because I already told you guys I was a little tired, right? I said I'm going to stay on about 15, 20 minutes. And then, of course, I didn't share with you, John showed up with, he's still talking about the subpoena, but that one was quashed, but he's still talking about, he's still got something about that Cash App and something about that subpoena. I guess he wanted to remind the judge something. You can read it. It was 10 pages. I said, John, the judge was waiting for me for the Ford. She was waiting for me. And she was waiting for you by the 3rd. You can play it. You can put this one up, Your Honor, Yes, John was late. And he waited until my deadline, and I don't know why he couldn't get it in, because he had a lot of time, and why he want to wait until not only past his deadline but on mine. I don't know, maybe it was just an oversight. How would I know? But it's just so coincidental. Oh my goodness. Don't you see the play? Don't you see how people are kind of moving? They're watching me. They're waiting for everything. And yes, I got to say one more thing about John's. Yes, you can read it. It's 10 pages. I've only talked about, real quick, 2 words. Subpoena, it's been quashed. And something about the Cash App. I think that was in there too. Go look. But guess what he talked about? Oh my goodness. John, will you just leave my clock alone? He talked about my clock again on the 4th of June. He talked about this countdown clock and was spinning it. Now, John, the countdown clock that I put up, I explained it has real meaning. Now, this is a person who I thought was okay. I was going to say, they said they were just showing up to talk about the subpoena. It was quashed, John. But he wanted to loop back. I guess this was part of the corrected, but yeah. But brought up that clock too and put in 7 videos. I'm like, John, John is watching. I thought John been watching my videos. John been busy. I'm not. No, this is true. John has been busy. I don't know you, John. And you said you don't know me. Yes. He was, well, you can go and read it. I know maybe John's gonna, he might be listening right now. And he might, get to the computer tonight and put a response and show the clock. I don't know. John, please. The clock, don't watch me. Because you're watching the clock. Stop. The clock is for me right now, John. The clock is nothing for you. So people are painting it as this John is thinking I'm putting that clock up for him. The clock, I'm so sorry, John, but that clock, you've talked about my clock several times, and so has somebody else. I have a right to present. People are trying to, this is my platform. This is how I present. And people have talked about my clock. If my clock didn't mean so much, if it was so, like boring and 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 I don't know what to call it, but you know, but why are people talking about my clock so much? I just say, can we say protect the clock? I don't know what it is about my clock. It's this countdown. Because I know you're watching. So, John, the clock is for me right now, John. And it has been since May 22nd. And it's always been for me, John. Yes, free the clock. The clock is innocent. I kid you not, people. He might play that I'm talking about this, but well, you put it in your brief. So, what do you want? You want her to say, take my clock down? Come on. Or are you trying to manipulate and put, a spin on a different meaning, influence, or whatever? I see the play. I do. There's so much I could say, guys, but I think I've said enough. But, since I was talking, about what else I observed today. Yes, this. So I don't know who made the ones but I just, maybe I should reiterate. Let's leave John for a minute. I've talked about John, okay? But again, right on cue to repeat myself. Just days after I filed my response on the 4th, someone went on a viewing spree through Run Tell That 2 today. Back to back, all connected to D for Danielle. That's not a coincidence. It is not. It says to me, I could be all wrong. My hunch. But that someone is scrambling to mount a last minute rebuttal before the court rules. Okay. After skipping deadlines. The 3rd. And hiding behind aliases. The judge gave me an order on May 22nd. And she released, denied me, moving forward with that subpoena to block, and granted both Danielle, Jane Doe, first appearing as Jane Doe on May the 7th, then would later go on to be Danielle Robertson. What is it improperly named? I'll have to look again. With all these names, the Google subpoena. So granted them both and denied me. So that was what they got on May 22nd. What I got was my order, resolved by me. So I shouldn't even really have to be talking about this, right? But I'm just thought, you know what? Let me just be transparent so that in case something from this list shows up, Monday in a filing, I'm gonna like, what? It's like I can't even get it in before this jump here block, jump here. She's looking for my response right now. And she has it. And yes, I don't know what the outcome is going to be. But I did my very best. If I've never in my life, this was so very important to me. It's very grave. Extremely. Because we are talking about the difference between being heard, moving this case forward. There's so much else I could say, but I won't. I have to wait. And I'm waiting. And I'm patiently waiting. I am not, I am going about. I've been out today. It's a gorgeous day today. It was. Let's take this down. But what I put into that, and to have to go back into the files and pull things and to see them all at once. When things happen over time, it doesn't, you feel it and it's just compounding. But if you lay every event out, and I didn't even touch the surface, but when I laid it out and I thought, this is what I've endured, it was painful to think that I'm in this place. And to even read some of the things that have been said, I have not commented at all on any briefs coming from Jane Doe. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not time. I've, responded. I'm talking about on the mic. Okay? No. Other than what the judge has, ordered. the Google quash and that. But a lot has been said. And there's one thing in there. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's like you talking about chopping and screwing. A video that I heard of King World. I don't know where he was. How that got spliced into a video of mine. Sounds like he's not doing something, so I don't know. I'm like, what is this? That's all I'm going to say on it for now. People have no idea what is being said or done. And offered as truth. And it's so incredibly false. But I have to get beyond, I gotta get beyond this to really deal with any of that. So that has to sit on the side for now. Because what I'm focused on was responding to the judge, specifically what she wanted. And I respect the court. But I know when people are playing in my face. And I can see a lot that I can't even talk about yet. It is incredibly distorted. But I've told everyone in the beginning, this is what I'm dealing with. So for now, if you get a chance, you can read through some of this. I want to see receipts. Not no manufactured receipts. But again, that's not something I can really deal with yet. Because I know, I know, no. Isn't that what he was saying? Yeah. King World. No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all didn't know. Let's stop. Okay, I won't talk about the docket anymore tonight. No. There was a post that was put up some time ago. Someone was bragging to all their followers in advance that they were getting ready to file another complaint to the board, the Michigan Board of Licensing. And this person said they had even included King World in it. The board has closed all of that. So, oh gosh, why they still have under investigation for over a year or two, it's just been so long. It's because they've been filing right up until September of last year, September 16th, the last one. 10 complaints to the board. And said it's for what? Part of it is in case someone is looking up that file. You know those fraudulent complaints? The false with the aliases? But they threw in King World. You mean King World his name got thrown into the Lansing board. Said I was working with a criminal. Y'all better leave me alone. I think I done said enough for tonight. Because it's just something about that one. The defamation and the fraud is just unbearable. Yes, I've got my Gatorade. And no, I'm not afraid of saying King World's name or anybody else on this platform. I don't care that King World dropped me off the platform because he didn't want to hear what I had to say. He asked me to come over there. But people are painting it another way. So you want to bring King World in? I don't care because I have nothing to fear. Nothing. The truth. I'm not shaking in my boots. I'm not cavorting with, as she said, criminals. I don't have a criminal record. I don't care how much she's trying to put one on me. And yes, you hear the passion in my voice because this is my name, my reputation, and she is trying to destroy it. Yes, I said it because it's true. And this is the only voice that I have. I come to the mic. My videos are not defaming. I'm telling my story to my audience and what I have experienced. And it's being set up in such a different way. And it's absolutely false. So I don't care from that standpoint. You're not going to be able to prove it. because there are no receipts to say it, to support it. But people are putting stuff out there and it's just false. I'm one person, but the pylon has been on and on and on for years. Multiple people. And yes, it's the defendants that I named, all the aliases, and Jane Doe 1 through 10. For now. And yes, somebody said, "Oh, she didn't mention a John Doe." I'm just gonna leave it at that. She only mentioned Jane's, okay. And here come John, the first one to show up. And now he's talking about my clock. Okay. People, I have to, just release it just like that. And, kind of, you hear me kind of laugh about it. Because some of this is so unbelievable. I can't even fathom what some of this that's going on. And by the way, oh gosh, I could say something. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, yes. I've said enough for tonight, guys. I gave you guys a lot. I gave you a little, showed you part of my studio. And I didn't say it would happen. I said if. So you saw it here first. Oh, man. Not one, but two. Okay. So, yeah, let me just say this, okay? This part it's okay. I think. So, Kimmy, I heard you say a couple of things, but I'll just touch on one. And it was, this response, that response. I'll just say it like that. Da-da. It's because I got two. First of all, okay, throwing stuff at me like, came in at, it was like boom, 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 boom. I do things my way. You do things your way. Okay. I appreciate your observation. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Oh, I better not say much. Oh, gosh. Oh boy. I know everybody listening. Y'all gonna play it over. Y'all gonna really play this one close tonight. Just make sure. Don't twist it. You can play it on 10, but don't twist it. I've supported you, Kimmy. Okay. And respect your pursuit as I said I did and still do. When you filed, I even talked about your case. I read from it. And some people, not you, said that I was riding off of your coattail. I don't think they think that right now at all. Not even an inkling. People were pushing me to do things when they wanted me to do it. It wasn't time for me. I do things my way, and others do it their way. And that's okay. It really, really is. I'm transparent. There are probably some people out there that have said things and have twisted and even planted things that maybe I didn't say. I just wondered, though, I'm waiting. And finally, she showed up and responded to you. Now, I could say something. I haven't read her response. Maybe the first page. Because my focus is, well, I've got to deal with what's before me. But I see the play. I see how she's moving, how she's watching, even right now, recording, and want to take everything that I say and twist it. I am who I am. And the truth I'm not afraid of. I'm going to stand in my truth, in my way. Because if I didn't, it wouldn't be me. Now, I've been on exactly 1 hour, so I'm getting better, getting a little bit more rest. So I will read some of your comments. I see Cups right at the bottom. Says, I need for these documents to be on Audible. Hmm? People need to hear them. Hmm? Yeah, for themselves. Yeah. But right now, I'm at the critical juncture. So, of course, I'm going to speak up right now loudly because I see the play. And certainly, I don't want anything to be obvious in my face to try to derail what I've worked so hard for. No, I am in the fight for something that is very, very real, important. This has gone beyond YouTube. She said it would be on YouTube and off YouTube, and it's off YouTube now. It's just gotten real now. The fight of my life, yes. This is life changing. In the very fight for my life, my livelihood, my legacy, everything that I have worked for all my life. Somebody said it's in the palm of their hand. That's just too much for someone who thinks that they can hold my life in the palm of their hand and declare it so clearly, so boldly. Shameless. It is too much. Just saying it and thinking about it. It is hard to think about it. But I have to deal with it. And I have to fight for it. I have to fight for it. Because you get but one life. And no one knows exactly what has gone on. And who I've had to speak to. And how much money I've had to spend. That's the least of my worries. But I have spent thousands of dollars. Yes. Already. And I've lost thousands more. So it's not as much as they're trying to say the coins that I do this for coins and clicks. That could be the furthest thing from the truth. I want justice. I want accountability. And I want the truth to be heard. I want to be heard. At least heard. Because I have been silenced. Deliberate silence. Even a post that is up now says that I should be silenced. It's dreadful. The exact post says the liars should be silenced. I'll leave it at that. And I will read your comments. I started on that. You never know. I never know what I'm going to say when I show up at the mic. But this is my story. And I have a right to my story, to tell my truth. I've even been accused of murder. You don't know what that has done to me. It's falsely accused, and it's one of the 7 things that God hates. Bearing false witness against someone. It can and has destroyed lives of people who bear false witness against others. $2025. Their aim is only to win. I've said that. And they don't care how they get there. They just want to win. So I'm going to stand strong with my head held high because I know who I am and whose I am. I can't change that individual at all. I can't convince them it's not worth it. They cannot be. I have never in my 66, almost 67 years ever dealt with an individual like this one. Ever. I don't know where they came from. It's beyond belief. What is this? Let me just read a few. Okay. 11:36. Yeah. It was a Saturday night. Did y'all get that? Y'all got all that? Did you get it all recorded? Y'all gonna write a report? Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh. I just have to exhale sometimes like that. Yeah. But I wouldn't ever do anything to harm someone, and I've been accused of doing that. And that is very deep to me. It's troubling. Yeah. If you don't stand up for yourself, people like her will continue to walk all over you. It's mind blowing to see the lengths a person will go through. Too much ego. Far beyond. Yes, follow me on all social media. Pause, breathe. I'm actually, I'm I'm fine tonight. But this is serious. Too. It is. Yeah. But I know people watch me. I do. Oh yeah, they'll watch. And waiting. And planning. Yeah. Yeah. And hiding, they're hiding. I will tie a bow later if need be, if there are any questions about what I said directly to Kimmy. I'll tie a bow. I think it was clear, but there might be something that was unclear. And I can tie that bow somewhere else. But I don't need any door knockers and naysayers to make things difficult for me. No. Because see, I've dealt with these folks for some time. And I know. I know a little bit more, not a lot, but I definitely know a little bit more than I did 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Is that it? I think that should be it. Me too, Teddy. Yes. Yeah. 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 All right. I'm going to leave it at that. It's 11:42. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. On your way out, if you mind, give me a like or just, participate. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. And hopefully I can, maybe see you guys tomorrow. It's Sunday. It'll be another Sunday. And last Sunday, I didn't play any music or, that. Um, but tomorrow, I might do that. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.